શું કહ્યું?
ટાંકા ક્યાં આવ્યા હતા માથા પર?
I cannot hear you.
તમને ટાંકા ક્યાં આયા હતા? હે?
અહીંયા.
ઓ, you hit here.
Yeah, like that. જય સચિદાનંદ પુલિનાનંદજી.
हाँ जय सचिन एक मिनट आई एम समथिंग
ચલો, we have time. બંને આપતપુત્ર અસમજયકાર બોલાવો. For a change, we have two આપતપુત્ras.
What change?
અસમજયકાર બોલાવો. 7 minutes.
તા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા
Yeah, Rajvi, તમે
ભગવાનના
લોન પ્લીઝ આઈ હેવ ટુ જસ્ટ
અસીમ જય
હા
Okay.
જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના સીમ જય
અસીમ જય
જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
ઓ દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
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 ઓ દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
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 દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર कारो
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय 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 जयकार हो।
वडो वदा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा 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 भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो। जय सच्चिदानंद। थैंक यू दीपका जी। त्रिमंत्र बुलाए प्लीज। रिसाइट त्रिमंत्र प्लीज।
नमो वितरागाय
नमो
नमो विद्याय
विद्यागाय
नमो अरिहंताणं
नमो
नमो
नियंताणं
अरिहंताणम
नमो सिद्धाणं
नमो सिद्धाणं
नमो आयरीयाणं
नमो आयर्याणं
नमो वत्सायाणं
नमो वज्रयाणं
याणम
नमो लोय सवसाहुणं
नमो लोये सवसाहुणं
ऐसो पंच नमस्कारो
ऐसो पंचनमुक्तारो
पंचनमुखारो
सर्व पाप प्रणाशनो
सर्वभावपणासनो
मंगलाणं च सर्वेषां
मंगलाणं च सुवेसिं
अधमं हवै मंगलम्।
परमं हवै मङ्गलम्।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ॐ नमः शिवाय।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
सच्चिदानंद।
Hi Satchidanand. Okay, anybody want to share experience or have a question? Bhai?
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand. Yeah, I'm continuing with the this Pratikraman and Navkalams, related Navkalams, like I'm saying that, I have major, I've noticed that I've measured 25, files which is needing more attention, and maybe 40, 50, which are overall, which are needing Pratikraman. So I do the Pratikraman according to the Vidhi, and then I take for each file the Navkalam, where I'm seeing the Navkalam I'm following or not, and I'm asking from strength for that. For example, Mr. X, that uh, uh, Ahemna Dubai, and Ahemna Dubai, we Syadvad Vani, Syadvad Vartando, So for each like that I am saying. So like that it is good. I'm able to manage somehow. So the files. That is what my experience is, and so including I whatever it grabs my attention and makes me towards non-vitrag, that I and a lot I see that then for example this war, regarding this wars, it was distracting me a lot, so then I made it as a file, so like that I am doing, and so you can guide me further. Yes.
Okay. Where are is this in the daily routines? Are you able to follow this or not follow this? Or you want to share some experiences or questions for Aptaputra?
Yeah, so please throw more light on how you handle this means even one prayer came, that about this recently, I think yesterday or maybe yesterday, for Jagat Kalyan, so there are a lot of wars going on, especially at this time. So that is distracting attention, that Ukraine war, this Gulf war, and where not.
How does it affect you?
Yeah, so it means first of all, if it I feel it affects me because like Aputra said, world is our own projection. So it is our own projection. This all violence is our own projection. These molecules are within us, So at least we should do the bhavna of Jagat Kalyan. This is the least which we can do, So to counter that violent, that is, I think, that is the aim of the prayer, So that we have the violent molecules, So that to counter that we do the prayer. That is what my understanding is. You can throw more light on that. Why we do this prayer, So Jagat Kalyan, So why cannot we? So for example, someone can ask, why do we have to do this prayer? We can remain vitrag in that, Okay. So
Which
this is
prayer are you talking about? Which prayer are you talking about?
Jagat Kalyan prayers, like for example, in Hindi there is Vishwa mein Sukh aur Shanti
Oh,
ho.
Shanti. Okay.
Different
Okay.
prayers are there. Like yes, day before yesterday, one poster came in WhatsApp, that for Jagat Kalyan Shanti, So there was one bhavna. So like this bhavnas, why we do it, So this is a question you can answer. Throw more light
Okay.
on that. What is the purpose of the Jagat
Okay.
Kalyan bhavna?
Okay. Pulitanji?
See, Jagat Kalyan Bhavna has two aspects. One aspect is was otherwise also in normal times. This is war, but in normal times also, Dada knew that the entire people in the entire world are undergoing tremendous amount of stress, strain, suffering, And Dada had the keen desire that all their pain and suffering should be alleviated. So he said, this is my bhavna, and even if all Mahatmas do it, then collectively it will all go into nature and everybody will be a nimit to his or own capacity, thinking, whatever, talents, etc., etc. But the bhavna vibration itself is a big thing. So that is one dimension to Jagat Kalyani Bhavna. May the welfare and welfare take place. So Sukh Shanti Prapt ho, they come out of their pain and suffering. And those who are eligible, those who are evolved spiritually, maybe they attain moksha, they attain this akram vijnana and progress to the path of moksha. So that was in general because that has been going on since a number of years, many years, even before all this war and all started. And as far as this war and all, it is, as you rightly said, why is it that I have to do these prayers? Why is it that I cannot remain vitrag? So we had discussed that this is bound to happen These are the effects of some causes they have done, and the effects are playing out. Where Dada said all the undesirable wrong elements or wrong things will get washed away, and some Satyug like Vatavaran will environment will come over here. So this is part of that scheme of things. The nature is doing the cleansing part, and that is what Dada Bhagwan knew, and that's how he remained Vitrag. And in the same thing, he has said and mentioned it also. So based on that, it doesn't affect me. I can very clearly see it. All those nuclear bombs, or not, no, not nuclear bombs, but whatever arms and ammunition countries are giving on both sides. On one side, Russia; on one side, America supporting Ukraine; or one side, America supporting Israel. So but these are meant for all their arms and ammunitions to get finished, because they have been generated, or they have been created with the intention of harming other person. So gradually, all that will get exhausted. The economy, a lot of money goes into that. A lot of money, each missile and things cost a lot of things. So gradually, all their money will also go away. Economy will come down, and normality will be restored. So having known all this, it doesn't affect us. But when you come to some stories in newspaper or anywhere, soft or hard copies, that such a thing has happened, and this person is suffering, the child and woman and this and that. And if it touches our heart somewhere, then you can do this prayer that may the welfare of all the people take place. May they have the right intellect, that they cease this war, because it's a matter of ego, and then two egos clashed, countries of two egos clash, and then this war takes place, and unnecessary the soldiers and other people, innocent people and all people die. So when such a thing uh, pains an individual, then he can do this bhavna. Because if he doesn't do this bhavna, what will happen is, now this is the point which I think is pertinent to you. In the absence of this bhavna, what really happens is that our intellect and our pudapono takes sides. This is right, this is wrong, why he's doing, why this country is doing, this is right, this is wrong. No? Now that is what will result in ragdvesh, a like dislike, a strong like dislike for any one party. That is where it harms our vitragta. We are not able to remain vitrag and observe things the way a gnani or a tirthankar would. To counter that, we have to say, Jagat Kalyan Ho, may the welfare of the world take place, may the countries, the warring countries, or the heads of the warring countries, may goodwill or good intellect prevail upon them. So that is the bhavna, first thing to counter our likes, dislikes. And secondly, it spreads very good vibrations. Vibrations anyway would have gone. Either our vibrations of rag, dvesh, or like dislike, or the vibrations of welfare. So it's a general vibrations which go in the universe. How much impact, that's a different point, because it has to be a collective and a more strong force. But for the time being, essentially, it will anchor us back into our vitragta. We will come back into our vitragta. So it is for ourselves and for the world as well. Because if we don't do this, we will remain this thing. And what happens is, our disturbance, whenever we meet any other person, say a neighbor, say a relative, and he will also, based on newspaper or TV news, Russia is doing this, Israel is doing this, America, and then we will also say yes and to yes and that. So again, it will ignite our own ragdvesh. So, but if I am at peace within with this bhavna, and even if some other neighbor, friend, relative talks about such a such event, I'll be able to remain vitral. I will not support his viewpoint, adding fuel to fire, and in a limited way, I remain vitrak and make others vitrak. So there are other dimensions to this bhavna, our own welfare, then we are not doing anumodan or supporting anyone who is doing such a behavior, this thing, Ragdvesh, who has
We are
intense
also
likes and
correcting
dislikes.
past mistakes, right? Because the molecules which are in
It is
us,
not
we
the
have,
it is rather than molecules outside, it is the understanding or potaponu that we have brought. This is
yeah,
right, this is wrong. And then when anything goes against that, it blows up.
our under no, but there is a question we can come, that why at any event it has a cause, right? So why this happened is happened in our time, there is a cause, right? So the cause is there within us.
Not within us, it causes there somewhere. Country A and country B would have done something, or the rulers of those countries would have done something in the past, which has resulted into this type of effect.
But
Now,
why in our time,
in our times, because this is where the time has ripened. Causes have taken place some years ago, whatever that sum is, and now the effect takes place, na? So it has taken place now. Why Kalyug? Kalyug, because that is the way anyway. Nature, this is a scheme of things, na? The six eras, as according to Jain philosophy, or four eras according to the Vedant philosophy, Dwapar, Treta, Satyug, and Katyug, and all that stuff. So this anyway is in part of the scheme of things.
so we
So
are part of Kali Yuga, right?
now we are in Kalyug.
Yeah, so we have the molecules of the Kali Yuga.
Our body is there of Ragdvesh. That's true.
Yeah, so the molecules of Kali Yuga are there. So to counter that, so I do Pratikram and the Bhavna.
The Bhavna is perfect. As I said, you're using the word molecules, I'm using the word potapanu or understanding. Basically, whatever wrong understanding that we have brought of right
Yeah.
and wrong, we are only correcting that and becoming vitrag. Why doesn't affect Dada or Tirthankar? Because they are vitrag. And we are not become vitrag because we have brought that ragdesh. So we have to counter our ragdesh. This is what we are doing. You may term it
I
molecules, you may term it understanding, whatever you may term it.
I find understanding in terms of molecules that sticks on to the understanding. Increases the
Okay,
understanding.
whatever it is, take it. That is not much important. The point is the bhavna is done to
You know,
counteract our inner ragdesh. As simple as that.
for myself, I am saying that it sticks to me. So
And
that's
that's what I'm saying. Not only you, there are so many people to whom it sticks. So
yeah.
many people. So it helps everybody. It helps everybody.
Thanks. Yes.
Hmm.
Deepakanji?
Jai Satchidanand. Even while Tirthankar Bhagwan were there was such chaos. They never went and tried to settle anything physically, but they corrected themselves to such an extent that their very presence became so effective that in their presence people became non-violent. This is step one. The second thing is the world was always like that. And imagine when Tirthankar Bhagwan is not there, then there's bound to have chaos like this. And especially this time, as per the scriptures, it has entered Kali Yuga. And the, uh, the condition of Kali Yuga is such that there is no unity among mind, speech, and body. And all the vices, weaknesses, shortcomings, mistakes, they are going on the higher side. So such things are bound to happen. But when we are doing these prayers, then as Dada said, the purpose of this very prayer is when we ask to become instrument of the welfare of the world, then the nature prepares us first and help us correct ourselves. And what Dada has said, that because you have received that wisdom from me, and the one who has given you that wisdom have this desire, strong desire, hearty desire of the welfare of the world. So you want to have that feeling, that prayer, that desire that the world should become happy and a wonderful place to live. But today we see the situations are so bad and it is going down. And as what Dada has said, it is going to go down. But because of the presence of Mahatmas now and because of the divine presence of Dada Bhagwan for such a long time and that wisdom and that vision what he has opened within so many Mahatmas. Now, every Mahatma is a potential Dada Bhagwan. But they are working, it's happening gradually, and with their hearty desire and prayer that for the welfare of the world, it's going to happen. And Dada said that 300 to 500 years, the effect of Dada's wisdom of knowledge, which is of Vitragas only, Tirthankaras only, but because of his wonderful representation of Srimanda Swami Bhagwan over here and Srimanda Swami Bhagwan's connectivity, which he has revealed, he has also said that if people just put Srimanda Swami Bhagwan photo or idol, and over and above if they do arti, then that itself will do welfare of that person, of that family, and of the world. So, naturally, it is working in the background, but when it will happen in the forefront, we will see that. But it is happening now in the background, definitely, because so many Mahatmas and even people of the world, their desire is of peace and harmony in the world. So you don't have to understand, like what you had said, that the world is your own projection. If there are wars, if you get confronted with the war, get affected with the war, then it is your mirror, then it is your projection. These things are always there. Like Tirthankar Bhagwan, beyond their range of effectiveness, such violence was there.
Which is
You understand?
100 kilometers with range of.
I don't know the exact figure, but I think the 50 course. Now, what is that course? I don't know the today's unit about that. But the idea is within certain radius of their presence, that potential effect was such that nobody even have any violent feeling. Outside, everyone became non-violent, but inside also they got away with the non-violent feeling. I mean, violent feelings. So this is how this prayer of welfare of the world is working. And with Dada's divine knowledge and so many Mahatmas, these Mahatmas are living temples.
In the time of Lord Mahavir, there were some exceptions, right? That in the presence.
Please come again. What is it?
In the time of Lord Mahavir, there was exceptions that in the presence of Mahavir also violence took place. Like this.
Yeah. 32 people were against him.
Yeah.
But they could not do anything. What we have to say, by doing such prayer, it will definitely have its positive effect, but at the same time, it is going to bring a big change within us, because first our welfare will take place, and with that purity and divinity that opens within us, out of that prayer and through Dada's knowledge. It's going to help the world. Otherwise, just imagine, it is like, who in the world have that vision, that understanding to see living being as pure soul? They, I'll not say ignore, but they surpass whatever their outside manifestation is, outside packing is, but they view, they adore and they revere the inner living God.
Right.
And that is ultimate welfare. As he said, as you see, so it happens. As you see, so you learn. So both ways, it is getting benefited. Because when you see pure soul in others, you get elevated, and that other person barrier breaks, and his path to inner peace and harmony opens. Otherwise, seeing people at fault itself does a lot of harm to the person who sees people at fault. At the same time, to the one who is seeing him or her or them as fault, it does a lot of harm to them. They don't get opportunity to come out of their weakness. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
it is, this welfare is happening in a big way. But today it is in a very causal form, so we are not able to see those effects. But if you see, then so many people are praying for the welfare of the world.
This
So
seeing
that
of
is, it is
faults,
acting.
the seeing of faults
Uh,
happens, still happens. This seeing of faults, if it happens, then realization comes that, oh, I have this is a mistake, seeing faults, So
no,
that
that's
is,
true, but at least, that process has started, and we can experience that because we as individual, we have started experiencing that the world is innocent. Nobody is at fault. Because it is the effect of the past karma. Who can avoid that? Nobody can avoid that. But today, with this wonderful prayer of the welfare of the world, I don't want to hurt anyone through my mind, speech, and body. It's a great prayer of non-violence and inner peace and happiness and harmony. Harmony, why it is said, just imagine today there are so many marked differences among people, and the platform is religion. So unfortunate. Religion is supposed to bind people, bring people together, but today religion itself is dividing people. But this division is outside effect, but from inside, everybody is praying one way or the other. And the most effective prayers are the ones who are self realized and with their hearty, because day and night, 24 by 7, they pray for this welfare. Correct?
correct. Thank you. Yes.
See, doctor, basically, yeah, you also know that this is an effect, so there must be some cause, scientifically cause and effect. And still, if you want to satisfy your intellect, which is causing you pain, just three sentences are enough. ભોગવે તેની ભૂલ, જગત નિર્દોષ છે, બન્યું તે ન્યાય. Full stop.
First,
Yeah. Jai Sachidana. Let's go to Lalita Ben.
yes.
Elizabeth?
Jai Sachidana. Jai
Jai
Sachidana.
Sachidana. Jai Sachidana.
I have Pulinanandji and Deepakanandji, Jai Sachidana. I have a couple of questions. One is in Aptavani 4, I was reading, Jnani Purush always remains in the present, therefore he is beyond time. Can you please explain that?
Deepakanandji?
Chidanand, see, when someone remains in the present moment only, what it means, there are things that has happened in one's life in the past. People have so many aspirations of things and desires which is going to come in the future. But such enlightened people, they have evaluated and extracted the crux of our life and living, that we must focus on the present only. Learn from the mistakes committed in the past. Yes, pray for the future, but focus on the present only, because that is the moment you have in your hands. And one who remains focused, well focused, vigilant, conscious, with all effort, positive efforts for one's well being and everyone's well being, then for him or for that person, time doesn't exist. He's there forever. You
So
understand?
is it like being in Siddha Kshetra where time doesn't exist?
Actually, both things happen
I mean,
simultaneously.
that time is real time and this is like relative time?
That's fine, but then that real time they stay as pure soul, and in the relative time they remain well focused on the present moment only. And when someone is effective and perfect in his present moment, then all the moments have become perfect for that person. Because if he is not focused and balanced in the present, it is going to create a past eventually, which is going to bite that person. And because of his ineffectiveness in the present, all his aspirations, his desires of the future is never going to get fulfilled. So again in future he's going to face this disaster or failure. So the moment you become perfect in the present, everything gets solved. Do you understand?
I did, but I haven't really grasped. I mean, I want to experience that. That is what I'm trying to get at, you know.
It's like if I express my feeling and understanding about having a wonderful drink in India, and so how will I go to experience? You come to India,
Yeah,
have that drink, and you'll experience. I don't want you to come to
correct. No,
India
I
that
mean, I
way. What I'm
understand it
saying, the moment
intellectually,
you
but not in
no, that's
depth,
what I'm
is
saying.
what
The
I'm saying.
moment you start living well focused, vigilant, cautious, with your inner hearty prayer not to hurt anyone in this present moment, that experience will start opening within you. Do you understand?
Yes,
There is going to be tendency to go in the past. There is tendency to go in the future. But eventually, with your focus in the center now, these tendencies will eventually subside and you will remain in the present moment only. And when someone is there in the present, then every time that present moment is there, past was there, is not there, future will be there, is not there now. So one who has learned to live and remain perfect in the present, for him, yes, win over the time. And time means real time is pure soul and relative time is body.
correct.
Think about it.
Okay.
Real time is pure soul, which is always there, and relative time is the body.
Correct.
And it is the obligation and not commitment, but uh, your debt, I will say, of the body. And so the time, which makes you run around, it is your body that makes you run around. And eventually that body is the time, relative time, worldly time.
The
associated
real is
with.
always in real time.
Yes. So if you remain as real pure soul, then that
You
relative
come
time
into
will be
real
a
time. You come into real time.
no, you are only come in the real time, but you have to remain well focused and be vigilant and perceptive about what is happening in the relative time. That is your body.
Yes.
And anything related and associated with the body is the relative time only.
Correct.
So it is like, in short, I will say, if you are on the shore,
Mhm.
on the land, and the river is flowing underneath,
Mhm.
then irrespective of the condition of the river, you have no problem.
Mhm.
You see, oh, water is very still, it's flowing peacefully. Oh, there is a lot of flood. You understand? But it is then in the river. One who is there on the shore, on the land, he has no problem. Okay.
Yes.
And Dada has taught us, open that inner eye of real self, and he has installed us on that. So stay put over there and perceive what is happening in the relative body. So the world.
Mhm.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Pulinanandji?
See, as you said, now, if you remain in the present, you are in the soul.
Mhm.
Now, why he said to remain in the present is because there is no thing as past or future. Past or future, yes. I say 7 o'clock now. It'll be in the evening, 5 o'clock. No, that is future for me, my evening
Mhm.
5 o'clock. But when I come to 5 o'clock, then that becomes the present.
Mhm.
Now, I'm always in the present. Yeah,
Mhm.
past and future is always based on the relative or the karmic effects. Now,
Plus,
this is
it's relative to the present that you say past and future. Correct.
You see, there
It's
is a flow,
all.
as you said.
Yeah.
There's a flow of river, as you said, flow of events, karmas are going to take place, but you are an only observer. So you
Mhm.
remain always in your soul. So you are in the present.
Mhm.
Essentially, what Dada is saying in very simple terms is to remain in the present means not to get involved in the past or get involved in the future.
Yes.
Simple, very simple. So what happens is when something uncomfortable, uh, which unpalatable has happened in the past, we are not able to let go it, forget it, and it keeps coming. I mean, he did like this, he did like this has happened, that had happened. So we go back to in the past. So now the remedy to that is let go. What has happened has happened. It's not going to come back. It is a closed chapter. The karma is over. So, or you can take learnings from someone's past behavior and so that you can improve in the future. Take the learning and come back into the present. Now, what is the future? What will happen? People have worries about the future, say for
Mhm.
the children, for health, for money,
Mhm.
financial security, or whatever. So there are causes for future.
Mhm.
So there, as we do Purusharth of the five agnas, as we observed Vyavasit play out in our individual life,
Mhm.
then I was worried about this, but when that thing happened, everything fell in place. I was sick, I was who take care, but people have taken care of me. You know,
Mhm.
very simple thing, I tell you, very, very little and gross level. Sometimes people have irregular bowel movements, so they not go to the washroom in the first thing in the morning, but they have to go whenever it comes. Maybe laxatives are used. So when you're traveling continuously, a person feels, what happens? I'm going out, I'm traveling by bus today. What if I have to go to the washroom? But the thing is, whenever that thing comes, you will find the washroom, you will find the soap, water, and everything will come in place. So if you observe such events, or whenever I want to buy a dress, or when I want to buy a shoe, or when I want to eat something, you just observe any event that has taken place. Whenever it is come up, the remedial or the corrective action or whatever things have fallen in place.
Mhm.
Now, this is one way of silencing the intellect who has a tendency to go in the future, what will happen at that point of time.
Mhm.
There with this experiences, vigilant observation of your events in your life. No, things have fallen in place. So things will also fall in place in the future. Now that future is of whom? This future worry is of whom? Is of file number one, for file number one.
It's a relative.
And I am the pure soul.
Correct.
So if I anchor myself in a pure soul, the worry about the relative goes away. Why? Because relative will be taken care by Vyavasthit. What is that Vyavasthit? The Vyavasthit as brought by the relative. Pulin has brought his own relative and his all, food, eat, habit, whatever, the requirements of the body in short. So it will come at its appropriate time. Why am I worried? So this is just one viewpoint that what pulls us in the future. Such anxieties pull the future, which has to be nullified with Vyavasthit, and it can be reinforced based on our present experiences that things have fallen in place. I was I was having anxiety for this, but it has nothing to worry. Solutions have emerged at the appropriate time. Now the
So where
Bhagwan
it
met.
says, excuse me, so where it says he is beyond time, the Jnani is beyond time, because
That's
he is in
beyond
the
time.
present.
But he's in present. That beyond time means time does not affect him.
Okay.
The future doesn't worry
I
him.
mean,
The past.
he's not worrying about it, and he's not dwelling in the past. That's
He's not
okay.
dwelling in the past, nor is he worried about the future. He's always in the present, so the time doesn't affect him.
Okay. Okay.
So that is where you can say he's beyond time.
Okay. And let Soham take the next question. I'll ask mine next week.
Oh, okay. Sombhai?
Jai Sachidanand. Jai
Jai
Sachidanand
Sachidanand.
Deepakanandji. Jai Sachidanand
Jai
Pulinanandji.
Sachidanand.
That's it.
I have a question. So I just wanted to know something. I heard that when we go to Simandar Swami in Mahavidya Kshetra, and if our Prakruti is not pure, we won't get Keval Gyan. Please throw some light on this.
Pulinanandji?
Anyway, Mahatmas would have purified or cleansed a reasonable amount of files, Kashai over here, and
Yeah.
cleared a large amount of all claims from files over here, and then and only then will our birth take place in
Mahavidya
Mahavidya.
Kshetra. So,
So when we reach Mahavidya Kshetra, we would have purified to a large extent. And just the sheer presence of Simanda Swami, his darshan, will take care of the remaining coverings on the pure soul, and Keval Gnan will manifest.
so same thing happened with
So there's nothing of Keval Gnan will not happen if your thing is not clear. You will only go over there when you're eligible for Keval Gnan. Most of the things which cannot be cleared, which have to be cleared here, it may take one or two births to clear it over here. But most of it is when it's cleared, the remaining thing will get automatically cleared over there. Because you brought that level of this thing. Moksha, I want to go to moksha, I want to go to moksha, I want to moksha. So intensely we have put that. So the little coverings that are remaining, those will go away in his presence by his darshan.
So we all were there when Lord Mahavir was there, and we were in his sabha, but we still didn't get Keval Gyan and came to Kali Yuga.
Because we didn't desire Kelognan at that time. We didn't desire moksha so intensely. We did have a desire of moksha, but we had a little overpowering desire of worldly things. Worldly things, I want little bit of this happiness, I want wife, I want family, I want food, I want this, I want that, little bit of money, little bit of prestige, something,
So
which I want. So that I want has pulled us over here. We
yeah,
did desire moksha, not that we didn't desire moksha. We were impressed by his speech, we were impressed by all his sayings, and we did say we want this, but we also want this, we also want this, we also want this, we also want the relative. So nature has to fulfill that desire. Na? So to
yeah.
fulfill
So
that desire, we have dragged along so long. And now that more or less most of it is over, so the other desire of moksha also nature has fulfilled in the sense that it has given us Samkhet through Gnani Purush.
Yeah, so our
And now,
desires,
and now we are not doing any worldly desire. Very
correct.
clearly, we are saying, Keval Shuddhatma Anubhav Sivaya. Apart from the pure soul experience, I do not desire any worldly things of this world.
Yeah, so our desire should be powerful to go to get moksha.
I just say I want moksha and cleanse out this discharge desire of worldly things. It has to play out,
Right.
nothing to be done. Means today discharge desires will come up. I want to earn money, I want to get this, I want to do that. Observe that and allow it to Vyavasthit to fulfill that. You remain as an observer. You are not supporting it now. Som has this desire, and
Right.
Som desire is getting fulfilled, and I am an observer. That is the frame of mind we should be in. So Som's desire, which is part of discharge, will play out and go away. Now, my opinion now as an intermediate state is I don't want any worldly desire.
You're right. So we are not
Ah,
signing any worldly desire here.
we don't take side of that. We don't take
Right.
our opinion is not in favor of it. So all that is
Right.
going to get exhausted.
Yeah, then only we
That was
will
not the
go
case.
to
That was not the case
Mahavideksha.
with Lord Mahavira. In his presence, we did not say, I don't want Vinashich.
Right.
So that
Right
effect
answer.
is now played out and it will go away.
Cool. Got it.
Hmm.
Deepakanji?
Oh, you are on mute.
Unmute.
Jai Sachidanand. We will get
Jai
the
Sachidanand.
place and our ticket to Jai Sachidanand. We will get our ticket to Mahavidya Kshetra, as Dada has said, only when we get away with 70%
Of
of
his
our
awareness.
Jagrati, of our karma, you can say, Jagrati. So, first of all, this question cannot come
Oh, right.
that I
Correct.
will go to Mahavidya Kshetra and I will not get Keval Gnan.
My
Because
bad.
only with that higher level of purity, I will get that place in Mahavidya Kshetra.
Right.
And if that level of purity is not there, then you will not be able to go from here, Bharat Kshetra.
Right. There should not be a question like that. I heard that. That's why I asked.
Doesn't matter. It can cause confusion or raise questions like this, that what if such a thing happens then? But that possibility, Dada has not kept that possibility at all. So
Yeah.
forget about these. These are wild questions and thinking of our this little intellect, which is still bothering every one of us. Do you understand?
Right. So, one more question in this. What is the parameter that Dada said if you follow the Agnas up to 70%, your ticket for the Mahavidya Kshetra
I'll
is
give you
approved?
one very gross example of 70 circumstances. If you could remain of 100 circumstances, if you could remain in Agna for 70, then that's an indication of your 70% marks. You understand?
Yes.
You
So,
understand?
yeah, I got that. So, the
And
question is, so,
we can understand that we don't remain in Agna for in the 70% range. We fall short,
yeah.
for which we do pratikraman.
So, if you do Pratikraman for that, uh, up to 70% is not done, and if you do Pratikraman, does it count under 70%? No.
It's like appearing for the exam again, ATKT.
Oh, okay, yeah, understood. Understood, yeah. You have to appear in that Sanyog again.
Yes. Pratikaman is not to get away with that. Remember, Pratikaman is like you are preparing yourself here, you missed, you could not pass. So now you're doing Pratikaman so that when that exam comes again, when you reappear, then there is a possibility of passing,
Okay.
earning that credit. See, first of all, don't worry about all that. Worry about the present moment. Take care of your relations now, here, and that is going to happen eventually.
Correct. Yeah.
It's like as we remain in Agna and handle our life circumstances and we successfully get away with our relations and settle all our
Claims.
karmas, then that itself is going to open so much of inner happiness and bliss inside. And it will, um, what do you say, help us more to remain more in Agna. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's like
Yes. Okay.
once you enjoy Starbucks coffee and you like a particular taste, a particular brand, or what do you call a particular type, okay, then every time you want it, correct? So
Yeah, that's
you
true.
will be inspired to remain in the preset Dada Bhagwan, and that's how you will earn more credit. So instead of going with that calculation or measurement of 70%, you focus on the bliss and peace and harmony, what you experience by living within the boundaries of Agnas, and that's how it is going to really motivate you and remain in Agna. So you will say, that is my goal. So come what may, I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to settle my relations.
Yeah.
And with your bliss, the other person is also going to experience inner peace and happiness. Right?
Right.
Jai
Understood.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Chachidan Sonma. Okay, so we have few minutes left. Anybody? Datta
Why
Ben,
Shailya is keeping quiet, but
Sylvia Ben. Sylvia Ben?
हाँ
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ जय सच्चिदानंद दीपकानंद
Jai
जी जय सच्चिदानंद
Satchidanand.
पुलिनानंद जी जय सच्चिदानंद महात्मास I was just listening to in fact you talked about sorry my video is not working
No, we can hear you.
yeah sorry I'm not something is wrong with my video okay yeah now it's okay so I was trying to because I seem to be doing more of pratikraman like well it seems to be dwelling thinking more about the past where I could have like how come maybe I made this mistake and then I had to do pratikraman for this I have to do pratikraman for that so that is taking me away from the present isn't it so
Correct.
I seem to be focusing more on that instead of and that is a pattern I'm noticing these days so that's why I was thinking about when you talked about living in the present and just now when you explained it to Soham also, how to just be on the focus on the present and um, just be aware of what you're doing at that moment instead of just always focus thinking about is you have to do pratikaman for this and that should not be the focus, right?
Bhagwanji?
Absolutely.
Yeah, how do I get out of this cycle?
Very simple. You know, one evaluation is like this, that since we are here, there are so many mistakes. And that's why since we not got liberated, then there are so many mistakes. Oh, when am I going to see all those mistakes and how am I going to do the pratikaman for all that? Keep correcting. Don't worry about that. As and when you come across any mistake, correct them.
Mm.
And if they don't show up, stay in your pure soul state, blissful state.
Yes.
No panic, no, what do you say, effect of those pending things. Because Dada has given us that liberated state here and now. And if it is going to take, let's say, 5 years, then you won't be able to finish now.
Mm.
So don't have that, what do you say, those negative feeling, oh, when am I going to finish with all that and all
Yes,
that? No,
exactly.
you are in bliss here and now. I am pure soul with total conviction and decision. Yes, it is my burden or it's my duty that I will settle and I will clear Shailya.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you can always say, uh, oh Vyavasthit, oh Dada Bhagwan, uh, please show all the mistakes which are there latent in Shailya.
Mm.
I am ready to see, I am ready for everything, but not at the cost of your liberation.
Mm.
Do you understand? So it's like you have 500 files to clear, and those 500 files are going to take, let's say, 20 years. First thing, you're not aware of the number of files.
Yes, no.
Second thing, there is no surety that you will take 20 years. Because if your focus increases drastically, then that 20 years become 10 years.
Yes,
Then the
okay.
10 years can become 5 years. So don't worry about that at all. I am pure soul with total decision and conviction, and that's my liberated state. I have been liberated from Shailya. But no, it's my duty to liberate Shailya, to
Okay.
make Shailya normal, perfect. Correct?
Yes, got it.
So, no tension, no
Ah,
worries. Just stay in your blissful state, and as and when the mistakes pop up and show up, it is your duty. You don't skip that opportunity and correct them.
okay.
RTD. Jai Sachidan.
Thank you.
Pulitan,
Thank you so much.
Pulinanandji,
Jai Sachidan.
Pulitanandji.
No, that's true. That's true. Basically, we try to correct the past mistakes
Mm.
so that the suffering that is coming now gets elevated. Yeah.
Yes,
I have
okay.
done that, so I've got this, so now let me clear that, so the
Yes.
present is clear. So that is one approach, but not at the too much of it in
Mm.
moderation, so that it doesn't disturb your present and your inner happiness. And if you increase the, so there are two approaches. One is doing that, and one is remaining in the present, and then just observing the suffering that is coming to file number one
Mm.
and allowing it to pass.
Mm.
Allowing it to pass. That there'll be tap over there. When you remain observer, knower and observer, Gnata Drashta, tap will be there. Because Ella is suffering, na? Because of the past mistakes. So because that tap will be there, so there is one other option of remaining an observer and let that tap take place and the suffering go away. Why are you doing Pratikraman? Because you are not able to handle the Atikraman. Na? This
Yes.
is the suffering of the Atikraman. So there are two approaches. One is you either clear of that so that you have the suffering is in limits of tolerance, in your limits of tolerance.
Mhm.
Whatever suffering of the past mistake comes back, and you can remain an observer and allow it to pass away without having any ill feelings toward the other person. And other thing is to remain more focused in the present and observe the suffering that is coming. So both approaches are there, depending on what is the past mistake and the intensity of the past mistake and your desire to cleanse of that past mistake. There are people who have done a tremendous amounts for over a long period of time in pratikamans and all, and then they have really cleared off chickney files, sticky files. One or two, of course, not many, because only one or two bothers them. One, I would rather say it. And that is one approach. That is one approach. And one other approach is to take it as it comes and then piecemeal pratikraman or piecemeal application of the Gnan. Not piecemeal application. Gnan is, of course, 100% you have to apply. And then see and allow it to pass. allow the suffering, present suffering to pass.
From what I've understood, there's one more thing, like you said, to stay in the present. I think one big point that I have understood is how to keep the intellect focused in the present, or what you're doing, to be more aware, self-aware of what you're doing at the moment, instead of letting it to go to the past or the future. So that seems to be the main thing in this, how to basically manage the intellect, right?
Yes, it is the intellect which is causing us to go in the
It's taking
future.
you to all these places, yes.
It is there are two things. One is the intellect which takes in the future, because what will happen? Intellect means basically profit and loss.
Yes.
It need to remain in comfort zone, to be judgmental, this is right, this is wrong. So if you're able to manage the right and wrong, then maybe you will let go the fast. He did like this, she did like this. So there is one way of allowing it to pass. So if there, it's not only the intellect. Past, basically, we are not able to let go because it is the ego that is bruised.
Yes.
Our discharge ego has been bruised, and the intellect is keep on continuously hammering, I am right, other person is wrong. So that past is not able to, we are not able to let go the past. And sometimes what happens is, if you don't see a bright future, a happy future, you don't have a happy present, so there's a natural tendency to dwell in the past. During my times, I was so happy. That time I was so great. Now my no value, or whatever. So when the present happiness ceases, this happens with all senior citizens. All now, children are not listening to me. My no value. Ah, what value was there when I was young? I did this, I did that. So the tendency to go in the past is when there's no happiness in the present, and the ego is not pampered in the present. So these are the symptoms of why we dwell in the past. Once you catch why, then we can come back and come in the present.
Bring it to the present.
So when such a thing happens, oh, when I was young, I did this, I did that, I was this, I was that. Then come in the present and then go opposite side. Hey, Dada Bhagwan, in future, I want your soul experience as your. I want my soul experience to be as your soul experience. I am to remain separate from the body. You project the positive things that you want. So you come out of that past. This is just a countermeasure, not that it has to be done continuously, but it's a countermeasure to bring it in the present. That is over, then you remain in the present. And in future also, what will happen, that will happen, where will take place. I want this whole experience. If you focus on that, then the worry, see, this entire worry, the entire game of past or present is for the file number one or the relative self. It's nothing for the soul. Soul is not bothered. So we have to manage the relative part of it, the intellect part of it.
Yes, mainly intellect part of it.
The intellect part of it. So whichever gnan, whichever understanding we use, we can come back from the past, project a positive future. So then you have something to look at. And Purusharth fall in place. And then once you're busy with the Purusharth, then you're in the present. You're not worried about what will happen in the past.
Yeah.
So that is the essentially managing the relative self. That's all.
Yeah.
Relative.
Thank you. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Satchidanand.
Pulinanandji, please just remind everybody, please recite. Follow.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Variandanam.
Namo Variyantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Loe Sauva Sahunam.
Namo
Loe
Sahunam.
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Eso
Panchanamukkaro.
Saubhava Panasano.
Saubhava
Manglanancha Savesem.
Savesem.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम
Om
नमो
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः
Om
शिवाय।
Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya.
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय
जय
Jai
सच्चिदानंद।
Satchidanand.
जय जय
जय
सच्चिदानंद दीपकानंद जी
सच्चिदानंद।
पूरी
Jai
जय
महात्मा जय
Satchidanand
दीपकानंद जी। जय
सच्चिदानंद
Pulinanandji. Jai
सच्चिदानंद पुलिनानंद
Satchidanand
जी।
Mahatmas. Jai
जय
Satchidanand.
सच्चिदानंद
जय
जय
सच्चिदानंद।
सच्चिदानंद
जय
प्रभु
सच्चिदानंद एवरीबॉडी।
आनंद और
जय जय सच्चिदानंद।